Yo, what is up, guys? So today we're going to be playing some Dangersworn, aka Dangers in Lightsworn. And the reason why? Well, someone came up with that idea, mentioned in my live stream, like, you know what? That's not a bad idea because it actually works quite well. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what we can open up with. Wow, did I just milk double wolves? I feel like that's just dirty, dude. Did I just double wolf this guy? Adding the Raiden. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was unfair. Alright, well maybe we'll do more than one game because honestly, if this guy quit, I wouldn't even blame him. I legit wouldn't even blame. I could go with Twilight Yugioh. I mean, I probably could go off. I mean, we're going to definitely go for some plays here. Wow, some good stuff indeed. Now, obviously, well, we can still get 2 extra cards with Raiden over here. I'm going to go ahead and activate that effect. Special summon. The Raiden. Sure. Special summon a level 8 monster from the deck if you wanted, with 3k attack, by the way. Or we can go into you know, larger plays, Twilight Yugioh. A lot of different options here, definitely, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and go for this card. I know it's in defense mode, but we still have options for this, which could actually lead to something else. Okay. Well, first things first, let's go ahead and make a Minerva. And let's see like how many more cards we can get. Unfortunately, it does special summon defense, but usually they go for the Loch Ness monster. I just wanted it because it was a level 8, which actually allows you to, well, let's first do this. Because I want to set it up so basically I'm going to game him ASAP. Oh my gosh, look at them, those free cards, man. Free cards indeed. Honestly, what I wanted to do, I was thinking about going to Twilight Yugioh, but then I'd have 2 level 8s that I would need to go for. And in this case, I mean, well, let's go ahead and view. You know what, I could go for to peer. I mean, I have a lot of options. I still got a Reborn. I got an Ash Blossom to stop some things. I can just summon some extra monsters. I'm going to go ahead and just end it right here. There's nothing I can do turn 1. This is pretty much going to be it. And before he runs... oh gosh, I got a Felice for free. Okay, that's pretty dirty. But yeah, the Dangers do add quite a bit to the archetype. And on top of that, if you're using Lumina, which, well, if you're playing Lightsworn, more than likely you're going to activate Lumina's effect. You're going to be able to get rid of, you know, whatever card that you want, and they all have different effects. This guy gets the pop. The Chupacabra lets you special summon a danger monster in your graveyard, and obviously Lightsworns will be able to help you get stuff in the graveyard. In fact, I was actually thinking that this would be the new variant of like a Chaos deck. I mean, Chaos Lightsworn has always been a thing, more known as Twilight. But anyways, it's pretty interesting. I even contemplated on even just dropping Judgment Dragons completely because sometimes they take too long. All right, we're just gonna activate this and he'll probably quit. So what we're gonna do with this is, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is game over, but it just shows you can make a pretty decent board. I still had access to Twilight Yugioh, obviously. But if I were to Twilight Yugioh, I wouldn't have this. I wanted to actually make number 38. That's actually a really key card. That you can actually make in Lightsworn. Oh, we're getting Kaiju'd. Okay, that's totally fine. No big deal. Unless, of course, he has Regeki, then in which case we might have just lost the game. But, I mean, at the end of the day, that's just how Lightsworn goes. They are very susceptible to losing to Regeki and getting OTK'd. Okay, but if it's just Kaiju attacking over, alright. Looks like it's a rank 10 deck, which I believe we have Utopian here, don't we? So, do we have... Yeah, we got Utopia. Alright, so we got Utopia. We got too many cards for him to actually, like, really deal with. So he's got Tarantula. I forgot what this card was. Each time your opponent special summons a monster. Oh. Wow, okay. I wonder if he's going to pull off some type of cheese to OTK me here with this. There are ways that you can special summon cards to, like, your opponent's field. There's lots of different things, but... I guess he's going into Pain Gainer. Okay, so that's still 0 threats. So he detaches 1? I guess. What does he do? Okay. It's been a while since I saw... Oh, what? That just... Regeki? It doesn't let me scroll down all the way? Each time your opponent activates... What the heck? How did he just Regeki everything? But apparently he did. Whatever. If it's just a 4k attack, I mean, at the end of the day... Sucks, but still in the game. It's not like we've just completely lost here. But we also do have access to Reborn. We have Charge. Let's go and activate that Charge Light Brigade. Deck Thin, everything. All right. And I believe this card doesn't really do anything. You attach 2 materials. Oh, this is not a once per turn during either player's turn. It doesn't have... If this card would be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can detach a material. So if we just go and banish it, we will be A-okay. I mean, we could RNG it here. Let's go ahead and see what else we can get here. So let's go ahead and summon Lumina. We can actually just heal up. Kind of disrespectful play. But we could go for it. So this one is going to let us target a danger in the graveyard and special summon it. So that's obviously pretty good. So go ahead and discard that, and then we can go ahead and go into Raiden. And we get that effect, and go ahead and special summon any danger monsters that we want. Really good. You could maybe even throw in Big Eye in here, but it would probably require you to use Reborn. But let's go ahead and make this card over here. And then we can go ahead and go to Michael, banish it. Well, how many cards does Michael send? Top 3 cards. Well, if I activate Raiden's effect, that would be 5, so we would technically have another turn. I mean, I'm kind of down for it, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and go into Raiden. I feel like going for too much is questionable. But at the end of the day, let's see, we have another one of those Bigfoots, right? Okay, so at that point, that would just be game anyways, because, well, I mean, that's kind of what they do. Unless, of course, he has something that can negate this, which in case I can Reborn, go for Luminag once again. So we're going to activate that effect. I'm going to pay 1,000. Go ahead and banish that card. We should be A-okay. And then we go ahead and activate Reborn. And go ahead and select another copy of Bigfoot. And that will be 8,000 damage. Unless, of course, he has Battle Fader. Should be game. But pretty good mix-up. I like the idea that Lumina just, like, when you discard a card, you just get an extra... Oh, that's what we call a rage quit. Alright, so let's go ahead and change up the build. Now, we didn't even need Judgment Dragon, and that's what I thought was pretty interesting with this, is we can run Black Luster Soldier, or we can actually play some of the new cards. Let's drop 2 of the hand traps, and let's add 2 copies of Lenovia, the Chaos Primordial. Or is it Primor... If I can spell. Double those. Let's go ahead and check out this variant of Dangersworn. And then we can do a brief little deck profile. I legitimately, honestly, that's my first try ever playing with this deck. And I want to do it live without, like, getting specific games. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get a good duel in, but a lot of times with, like, Lightsworn, it's kind of flip a coin, right? That's just kind of how the deck works. But because all of the Danger's effects will proc off of Lumina, which is a very, very important card in Lightsworn. Also, I wanted to mention Minerva, which had its effects a few times during the game. But anyways, if it's sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, which, well, I mean, the Dangers, if they happen to hit Minerva, we didn't even activate the Danger's effects from the hand, except for when I was discarding them from the hand. But I'm saying activating to special summon itself can be an option as well. Oh gosh, it's been a while since I saw this deck. What does this deck exactly do? So it equips it. This card is unaffected by monsters' effects while it has an equipped card. So it's just a 1700 beater. And then, what does this card do you want to send? If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it has an effect. Okay. This card is special summon from the graveyard. You can target monster controls and banish. Okay. Well, first off, I mean, not the most ideal hand. The only thing it can really hit off of Bigfoot is maybe hitting off the Minerva. But I'm going to take my chances. Well, I mean, this is kind of our only option here, to be honest. I think maybe I should summon this. And we can kind of see what we can do with this card over here. So let's just try this first. Even though theoretically, oh, okay, so we just sent 2 Dangers. All right, let's go ahead and activate this. Hopefully we won't get the wrong card. But we'll go ahead and activate Bigfoot. If he hits Bigfoot, it's not that big of a deal because it will then allow me to pop a card. So we're going to special summon it. And we can draw another card because that's what they do. We also have Monster Incarnation, and we can actually discard Minerva here, and we can go into Leninova, so go ahead and just go for it. And what's interesting with this little mix-up here is we can go ahead and add this card to my hand. And we will have a Light and Dark already available in the graveyard. Minerva will activate her effect. A lot of little synergy here. Oh, Black Luster Soldier. Wow, I wish I had Monster Incarnation for that bad boy. But anyways, we can also special summon this card over here, which if it's Light and Dark, I can destroy up to 2 cards on the field. So we can go ahead and activate that effect. So let's go ahead and banish the Black Luster Soldier. And I want to keep this card in the graveyard because if I do have the effect to special summon another one, might as well, right? I mean, actually, you know what? Ooh, this could be difficult. Well, we already got one. Let's go with this because it does have to be 3 cards. So if we banish Lights and Darks, we can pop 2 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that effect. Yes, indeed. So we're going to go ahead and activate that effect. Hopefully it will go through. It might not. Okay. So we actually have to, because this card is actually unaffected by other monster effects. So I actually have to get rid of that card. It was Royal Decree. Alright, now this card has a downside. It can't actually attack during the turn, but we're going to go ahead and just attack into him with this monster, because the number 38 is actually just going to be a 3,000 attacker anyway, so it's not like we get any like real advantage with that. But it's still a really good card. Like, there's so many times where it's just like a game-winning move. For example, if he has the Rise of the Dragon Lords, right? Where it just like reborns one. I mean, we actually have options for Needle Fiber too. This deck actually has quite a bit of options, surprisingly. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make number 38. Prevents any like Raigekis, unless the guy makes the spider card like last time. Alright, so go ahead, end our turn over here, and hopefully Ryan will send some extra cards. So yeah, you guys have seen basically like a Twilight build, and it works quite well, like you said. Surprisingly, more synergy than I thought. So increases cards level by 4 during your opponent's turn only. This card destroys an opponent's monster by balance in its graveyard. You can send a level 7 or 8. Okay, so he summons that. That's going to more than likely banish my Rip Mr. Galaxy. Alright. Unfortunate, and he actually gains attack. Can it still attack at the same turn? Oh, that's dirty. Alright. So I guess he just has a reborn. This one might be Rip, but you can definitely see the plays. Hopefully we can... wait, what else is it? It just summons another level 7. Oh my gosh. Another dragon monster? What else does he have? Are these... Oh, he's summoning... Oh, wait, he's summoning my monster. Oh, shoot. That's not looking too good. And he can still attack the same turn? What the heck is this? Oh, I know someone's gonna be like, dude, you're playing against non-meta. Dude, sometimes it happens, dude. Alright, let's see what he makes. Oh, Felgran, okay. That's not too much of a threat, honestly. Oh, Blackluster Soldier. Oh, my boy. My boy! You know my boy's coming through. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and banish a light and a dark. I'm gonna banish red because I already have one copy. This card doesn't really do too much. And it has an effect where its effects are negated, but I could technically push for more damage. I mean, if I have Soul Recharge, I'm just gonna recharge that card. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and attack into him. Then we'll attack again. Yes, I would like to attack again, sir. So we're going to be able to attack once again. And there we go, boys. Top deck! The Twilight build might be better than actually running Judgment Dragon. Alright, so anyways, now that you guys have seen it in gameplay, we actually basically just swapped out Judgment Dragons, and I think I don't remember what we took out, honestly. It was my first time playing the deck. But as you guys can see, it has a lot of options. I mean, I think the extra deck could probably use some work. It's because I took something else apart and just kind of threw in here. But like key cards in this that actually work really well. I mean, it's very conditional to make Big Eye, but Big Eye is such a good card. At the moment, it's just pretty much for rank 8s. I guess with the Blackluster Soldier, you have a lot more options for number 38. And what I love with Lenonova, the Primordial Chaos Dragon, is that effect. Like, being able to pop 2, that was pretty big. Although Decree wasn't really like a big card, it still was like pop 2 cards. Really good stuff. And then, obviously, you just succeed into a lot of different things. I think Felgran's kind of an outdated card, but nonetheless, it's not like Lightsworns is like top tier meta anyways. But anyways, let's go ahead and just go over the cards. Like I said, I put in Judgment Dragons earlier, but I think that you could make the deck either Twilight or just like regular Danger Sworn, aka Lightsworns with Dangers. But since they're all dark, I was even thinking about putting in a Lure of Darkness, but I think key cards that you definitely want to run 3 copies of. I don't know how necessarily I feel about Minerva. It was something I wanted to test just because it procs off of the effects of the Dangers, which you guys saw. Also procs the effect off of Reincarnation. And also, obviously Lumina just is another Lightsworn name, but I don't think she itself is good enough. I don't know if I would play 3 copies of her. But anyways, I'll give you the deck profile and I'll talk a little about it. So 3 Judgment Dragon or BLS. Then we have 2 copies of all the Dangers, so 2 copies of Bigfoot here, 2 copies of the Lenonova, the Primordial Chaos Dragon, 2 copies of Danger Nessie, 2 copies of Wolf, 1 Garoth, triple Raiden, 1 Lilac. I don't know, it's a random back row, right? Sometimes. And then we got the 2 copies of Chupacabra, 2 copies of Felice, 3 copies of Lumina, 3 copies of Minerva, 2 copies of the Jackalope, 1 Ash Blossom, 1 copy of Ghost Ogre, 1 Raikou, 3 copies of Solar Recharge, 1 Desires, 1 Reincarnation, 1 Reborn, and 3 copies of Charge. For the extra deck, I think the only important cards, honestly, are this, Minerva, And, I mean, this card definitely is useful. This card is amazing, don't get me wrong. I think I actually had better cards in here before. I like, took apart, and I just added, like, number 38. But, like, these are the most important cards, honestly. This card can be very useful as well, especially when you're trying to push for game. But there's obviously other rank 8s that you guys can throw in. One card that I actually really like in Lightsworn is the Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. The reason why is because it has an ability to detach a material, then you tribute any number of monsters from your hand or your side of the field. So basically you get to throw in as many Lightsworns or as many lights or darks in the graveyard. Heck, I was even thinking about running, you know, a Dark-Armed Dragon, but a very fun little Chaos deck over here. Obviously at this point, because before Chaos was like one Blacklist Soldier, double Chaos Sorcerer, but now a triple BLS, dude, it's just like optimal. And plus, you have the new Nova, which is a really easy card to get out. And being able to pop 2 cards or get a Reborn, or it resets, shuffle 1 card in your opponent's hand back into the deck. Really good stuff. But anyways, let me know, guys, what you think of the Dangersworn deck. Maybe I'll try like a 60-card variant with like triple allures. I think that could be viable as well. Just because... Well, I mean, you could throw in Phantom of Chaos. There's a lot of play with it, but it was specifically just to try it out to see if it was even viable. But it's definitely very good because, like I said, again, you can activate their effects via Lumina, and you're always going to be using Lumina in Lightsworn, unless, of course, it gets negated, in which case, well, you just play Called by the Grave, and you'll be good. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing it. Let me know your thoughts about this deck down below. If you would make any suggestions for any changes, would love to hear them in the comment section below as well. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to always see new creative and innovative decks like this one over here. And if you guys got any cool replays of anything else, I'm trying to get footage of the Gravekeeper. I'm waiting for more support to come out for it. But, I mean, if you guys got good Gravekeeper footage of the new Fusion monster, feel free to send it in to AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. And I'm signing out.